Here's something your doctor probably never told you. Being lonely is not just an emotion. It is a full biological assault on your cardiovascular system, and the science behind it is absolutely terrifying. A landmark study published in Heart Journal in 2016 analyzed data from over 181,000 adults and found that loneliness and social isolation increased the risk of heart attack by 29% and stroke by 32%. Those numbers are not metaphors. That is your heart physically breaking down because of a lack of human connection. So what is actually happening inside your body when you are isolated? It starts with your nervous system. When your brain perceives loneliness, it activates the same threat response as physical danger. Your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA axis, fires up and floods your bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. This was useful 100,000 years ago when being separated from your tribe meant a predator could eat you. But in 2024, your body is running that same ancient survival program chronically, and it is destroying you from the inside. Researchers at Brigham Young University, led by Dr. Julianne Holt-Lunstad, published a meta-analysis in 2015 examining 70 studies covering 3.4 million people. The conclusion was staggering. Social isolation increases mortality risk by 26%. Loneliness increases it by 45%. Weak social connections are actually more dangerous than obesity. Let that sink in. Being lonely is more likely to kill you than being overweight. But it gets more specific than just stress hormones. When you are chronically lonely, your body upregulates something called the CTRA, the conserved transcriptional response to adversity. This is a genetic shift. Your immune cells start reading DNA differently. Genes that promote inflammation get switched on. Genes that fight viral infections get switched off. A 2015 study from UCLA found that lonely people had significantly higher levels of inflammatory markers like interleukin-6 and fibrinogen, the exact same markers linked to heart disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Your DNA is literally changing its behavior because you feel alone. Now here is the cardiovascular piece in detail. Chronic cortisol elevation causes your arterial walls to stiffen. It increases LDL cholesterol oxidation. It promotes the buildup of plaque inside coronary arteries. A 2019 study in JAMA found that patients who reported high loneliness after a heart attack had a 68% higher risk of dying within 1 year compared to socially connected patients. The heart attack alone was not the problem. The loneliness after it was the actual killer. Your heart rate variability also collapses under chronic isolation. HRV, which measures the adaptability of your nervous system, drops significantly in lonely individuals. Low HRV is one of the strongest independent predictors of cardiac death. So what can you actually do about this? First, quality over quantity. Research from the University of Michigan shows that even 2 or 3 meaningful relationships are enough to buffer these biological effects. You do not need a massive social network. You need genuine connection. Second, physical touch is non-negotiable. Oxytocin released through hugging, handshakes, or any positive physical contact directly suppresses cortisol and reduces blood pressure within minutes. A 2005 study from Carnegie Mellon found that people who received more frequent hugs had significantly lower stress responses. Third, volunteering is one of the most potent loneliness interventions known to science. A 2013 study in BMC Public Health found that regular volunteers had a 22% lower risk of dying during the follow-up period compared to non-volunteers. Your heart does not just beat for you. It beats because of the people around you.